this is the wide shot, the beginning of our behind the scenes.
Yes.
Hey, you look good in green.
No, thank you. You look nice in red.
I guess we're getting ready for the season, huh?
That's right. Red and
Even though
green.
this isn't red, it's a red tone. What is it? A
Red
burgundy
orange or something.
something like that. But yours is green. Looks really good. Well, we're glad to have you with us. This is behind the scenes. Stay with us just for a moment. Those who are watching us on Facebook, you guys are watching us live. Those who are watching throughout the network, it's middle of the week, either Wednesday morning or you're watching the rerun on Saturday morning. Just stay with us. A couple of thank yous we want to do. And we should always be thankful. What are you thankful for, hon? Because we're in November now. We got to start thinking thanks.
I'm thankful for family, for you,
Oh, me too.
and for health.
Health.
It's very important because
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are going through different problems with their health.
Yes.
And thank God that we are, little pain here, little pain there, but it goes away.
Yes. Maybe.
But I think that might be because of age.
You think it's age, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, you're aging very well.
Oh, thank you.
And we want to do some thank yous because we should always be thankful to the Lord, not just at Thanksgiving time. You know, we do this all the time. Thankful to God for everything. He is such a good God, a provider, a healer, a protector. And we should also be thankful to the people that God uses. So it's time for thank yous.
Thank you.
Gracias, obrigado, domo, obrigado, spasiba, merci beaucoup. Taka, grazie mille, thank you, you're the best person in the world.
And we are back
Yes.
for our thank yous. First of all, thank you to our new program, Men of Prayer. They are on, help me with the schedule now, Daniel, I'm glad you're here. Wednesday at 4:30 and Saturday and Sunday at 4:30. He always has, 5:30, I'm sorry. Yeah, after Vicky's program. And he always has great guests on, people who are really movers and shakers and men of God. And we have good preachers in this church. What do you think?
Yes, we do.
What do we do on Wednesday nights? Tell everyone.
We just have two different persons that give a 15-minute
Sermon, a
sermon.
15-minute
sermonette.
message. It's easily digestible, but good stuff. And Brother Ricardo was last Wednesday, and him and who else was besides Ricardo? It was Fred. Fred also brought the word. And of course, we have a fellowship beforehand, so thank you to all those who bring something, and we have something to eat. And I think it was lasagna and salad. Thank you, Marta. Well, over here is the before and the after. So,
it was delicious.
Yeah, we eat beforehand. Downstairs is what we call Studio B is our, and there it is. The beginning and the end, the full and the empty one. I think we showed that already. Yeah. Well, I want to say thank you to the wonderful people in Anaheim.
Yes.
Centro Cristiano La Roca in Anaheim. We were there Friday. Now, tell me something about this lady. This lady that I'm praying for there at the Friday night healing service.
She had cancer. And that's why you brought Patty to pray for her.
Oh, okay, because Patty is a survivor of cancer.
Right.
And we've had her testimony here. She called for prayer some time back, and her journey of not just surviving, but of beating cancer is
not only that,
an inspiration.
But she was telling us, or telling me, I'm not sure if you heard, but that people or ladies keep calling her.
Yeah, they're drawn to her.
Yes,
and that's what.
If they're going through the same thing she did, she says, I don't even know a bunch of these ladies, and they're just calling me, and she's giving them faith.
And that's the way it should be. When God heals us, it's freely you have received, freely give. If you've received anything from God, whether it's of course, the gift of salvation, strength, peace of mind, you can share it too. And then we hear some of the altar call prayers at the altar. and that's the pastor on the right side,
And that's
and
his
the black.
brother.
That's his brother. Brought him for prayer, and I see Leonard there. I'm praying for him. Letty and Leonard and Summer and Jeremiah were all there. They are part of our family. They connect in with us through Ventana TV on Mondays in the live shows, and they were there. And it was kind of a drive, huh, from where they are.
Riverside?
They're in Riverside. We were in
Yes.
Anaheim. So now this picture is some awesome ladies. I am blessed amongst women there. Now that's Patty in the center, and
Yes.
I believe
And-
that's her sister.
And the one next to you is her mom,
Is the one?
Patty's mom.
That's her mom.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
And
Okay.
those two
I
others
thought they
are
were
her mom's,
sisters.
and the other two are her mom's sisters.
And her mom's, her aunts. That's correct.
Yeah.
So this was Friday night, and they shared the testimony with me.
Yes.
Awesome testimonies. And they were there on Sunday morning also. And so I'm going to share one in just a moment. But let's look at some of the what happened on Friday night. And this was some of the praise and worship and some of the ministry. I believe this one here next is Sunday morning. That was, how do I know that? Because you made me wear a suit.
No.
You made me wear a suit Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
There was a great praise and worship and a lot of miracles and healings.
A lot of ministry.
Yes, and the altar call. In fact, we're running the service here. I believe I'm putting it on tonight at 10. No, we have Alcance Victoria North at 10. No, it's tomorrow night.
Now,
You'll
there is
see
a
that.
lady there that also got healed.
Yeah, now
Do you wanna
she's
show
in the
that picture
picture on
again?
the right. And let's go
No,
back,
go back.
please. And
Right there, she's
Okay.
wearing a white sweater, kneeling
and she's
down.
kneeling down right there.
When she first came into the service, another lady was holding her hand because she couldn't step on her heel.
Right. Well, she had
No, she was holding her hand.
she was, but she also had a crutch or a cane or something. But she was carrying her or holding her.
Holding her.
Yeah.
And she couldn't hardly even step. She was having a very hard time walking.
Yeah.
And then when you prayed for her, she just even kneeled down.
Yeah.
Because she
She
felt.
knelt down. That's right. She couldn't do that. She had said the
Right.
pain was gone, and that's what her kneeling down, which she could not do.
Right.
You know, her name is Rosa, and on that church Facebook page, she put a comment on it, and she wrote her testimony on it. And if somebody from there is watching, I tried to retrieve it, and I don't know what happened to it, but I'd sure love to get that testimony again. Her name is Rosa. Yeah, there were a lot of beautiful things that happened. Now let's go to some of our friends that we showed. This is, of course, Letty and Summer and Leonard up there. They came from far, and their family. If you guys are watching right now, we love you, and thank you for being such a part of it. Now here's a baby, a recién just
I think
born
he was
baby.
27 days, I believe.
Is that what they said?
I believe so.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay, this is that precious little baby. Take a look.
Yeah.
He is cute, just 27 days old, and I believe that. But he survived an abortion,
That's right.
and she gave a testimony. Her mother was there, and Patty, who has a lot of faith, God did such a miracle in her life, and her mom has a lot of faith, and her aunts have a lot of faith. So she called. She had an abortion. She really felt bad. Something wasn't feeling right, she said. And instead of me talking about it, I have the video. So let's hear it. This is an awesome testimony. Take a listen to this.
Okay, tell me about the baby. He's a miracle.
He's a miracle. I was about 9 weeks pregnant, and they told me that he wasn't a baby, that it was a molar pregnancy, and they made me have an abortion. The doctor performed a DNC on me, and 2 weeks later, I didn't feel right. And everywhere I went, I kept seeing, like, let your faith be bigger than your fear. And I'm a firm believer in God, but it was just really hard for me, and I wasn't questioning God, but I knew God loves me so much. I was just like, why is this happening to me? And I think it was because God wanted to bring me back to church, and
So
I
the
got
baby
distracted.
survived. Tell
The
me.
baby survived. 2 weeks later, I told my husband I don't feel right. I'm gonna go to the doctor. So I went back to the same doctor, and she said, I don't know what happened. It's everything's still there. We need to do another abortion, and I said I don't want you to touch me anymore. So I went to another doctor, and they performed an ultrasound and found out he was there
Wow.
and that he survived.
Little survivor. What do you think about your survivor, Dad?
I think it's amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
That is a miracle.
That baby survived. And I don't know all the terminology that DNC or whatever she called that
Now, she did
process,
say
but
that she called to Ventana TV, right?
for
During
prayer,
the
yeah, during
Vigilia.
that time, yeah, we
And
prayed for her,
yes.
and with and what she kept saying, I didn't feel right inside. I think it was physical and spiritual what she was experiencing. Maybe
Yes.
God had a plan. Either he put the baby back together or something happened there, but he's a little survivor. Put his picture back up there. This is that precious baby, and I took this picture the other day there at the healing service that we had in, where were we? In Anaheim.
In Anaheim.
Anaheim, yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. And so, thank the Lord. Well, we heard that testimony. And then Saturday, I went on a date.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. We went on a date. By the way, that background is so cool that they put in the lobby for picture taking.
That's right.
I got some ideas from that. And the couples were able to take pictures, and I ministered to, 50, 60 couples maybe? I don't
Something
know.
like that.
Uh,
I know it's pretty full in there.
Yeah, the food was awesome too. And so it was a great time that we had there. And so we also got a picture from Brother Andy. He and Perlette went to Hope, California pre-planning service, and he took this at Chansey Park. They had it there because coming next year, this is one of the arenas that's going to have an amazing, powerful service as different arenas on the same day in the state of California are going to draw hundreds of thousands of believers to worship and praise the Lord. And so he was in some of that planning committee, and I look at the pictures. There is hope for the Californians.
Yes.
For the Californias, is that what it says? Yeah, for the Californias. And
the
his name is Jesus. Yes, indeed. Well, we thank the
So
Lord.
they're going to go to, it says there 10 stadiums.
10 stadiums in the state on the same day.
Right.
And Fresno is one of them. It's going to be Chuck Chansey, and we look forward to that. We'll be hearing more about that as time goes on.
Yes.
We got some prayer requests from our app for the live show. And if you have our app, you can write right there your prayer request. It comes to us, and I put it in the hands or forward it to one of our prayer warriors, and they'll pray for that need, whatever it is. And everybody needs prayer every once in a while.
That's right. We all do.
That's right. And I'm going to just encourage you to get our app. If you haven't gotten our app, just go to the store right now, wherever you get your apps, the Google Play or the App Store, and download Ventana TV. You can watch Ventana TV anywhere you take your phone, day or night, wherever you have data, of course. You can take your phone, you'll have Ventana TV. And what else do you have?
The Bible.
Yeah.
And we also have special events that come up, or
That's right.
preachings,
Our special
radio.
events, yeah. So get it, and then make sure that you say that you do want those push notifications, because every once in a while we send you out a reminder about prayer, see how you're doing, or even a word if we're praying and want to send something out. It's a good way to connect
Yes.
with people. And what kind of attacks is the enemy sending people these days? What's happening with our families?
Well, some are just want things to go back to normal, which we don't know what normal is anymore.
That's true.
But others maybe lost their jobs,
Yeah,
and others have gotten sick, and with the result of that, some symptoms have lingered on with
yeah,
their bodies, and it's just been different, you know, that
yeah.
some people don't understand what's happening. So more than ever, we need to connect to the Lord, to
Yes.
His Word, to His, um, you know, other people
Yeah.
that
And pray
gather
for one
together.
another.
Yes.
We need to pray for one another. If you haven't joined us on our Monday night live prayer, those watching this on Facebook live right now, you guys are hearing this on Monday, but this is actually a Wednesday morning broadcast, and we replay it on Saturday. But we want to pray for you, and
Yes.
even in the off times, people are calling. They're calling from Chicago. We've gotten calls from Arizona, from Colorado, from Texas, from all kinds of states, and um, emails and so on. And so then I take those and I put them in the hands. Sometimes I have to distribute 8, 9, 10, or more of them in a day that come in now on some of the live show reruns because the phone number is there and people call for prayer. But we have a good army.
Yes.
I'm thankful to them. It's not a big army, but we have a good army of intercessors and prayer warriors. And right now, there's a call going out. Remember that word the Lord gave me a few months ago about the intercessors that should be interceding in the closets of prayer. Some of them were sick,
Yeah.
and they weren't in their closets of prayer. They were so they needed to be healed. And if your prayer closet's kind of empty because you've been under attack, you decide, I am going to go forward and do what I can. If it's pray here at home, I'm going to do that. But don't let that calling of intercessory prayer, pray for churches, pray for pastors, pray for those in the front line, pray for an easing of tension. There are homes that are divided over politics. There are families that are divided over opinions and the economy. And we need to pray that God's peace come on the Christian home, heart, and on everyone. When you receive Christ, He's the Prince of Peace, and He is our peace. So you have peace, and that's where we really need peace on the inside.
Yes.
Paul said, I have learned in all things to be contented.
That's right.
He didn't say, it came to me instantly. He said, I have learned to be contented with much and with little, because being contented is a lesson we learn. It's
right.
not a gift that zaps us. Oh, from now on, I'm going to be thankful, instead of complaining. And sometimes it takes practice, doesn't it?
Yes, I was gonna say it's not something that you can just, slide through. It's a continual in your mind, in your head. Like some call it the battle of the mind,
Oh, yeah.
because they allow things that are being said, or in the news or whatever, get to them. But that's why we have the Word
Yeah.
to keep us straight and keep reminding us.
Yeah,
I
and,
haven't
and we
given
have to
you a
remind.
spirit of fear, but
That's
of
right.
power and love and a
That's right.
sound mind.
Has not given us a spirit of fear. That's good. Yeah.
So,
Power, love, and a sound mind, it
that's
says. Yeah.
right.
We have to be Christian. That means love and trust God and with all of our heart first. Before our political party, before our opinions, we have to honor the opinions of God first. And
That's right.
so
And
I
we have
think,
to cast down those thoughts that come
yes,
against us.
depression, anxieties, fears. So many people. One of the Sundays, not when Sunday was a Wednesday. Remember, we had Pat Sanchez from San Antonio who preached that day,
Yes.
and a viewer that day if she hadn't heard that word, was going to take her life. She had her
Wow.
knife in the hand, and we know who that is. So it's not like something we just heard, but God reached into her home and saved her life and her family a lot of despair.
That's right.
Ventana TV was right there at that time. Sometimes we talk about, how we're going into prisons and into hospitals. We have people calling from extended stay places too for prayer. And I'm excited about whether it's a grandma living at home alone or a dad coming home from work, or a teenager grooving with some of the some of the awesome videos on Ventana TV. Whatever your age level, we can connect as a family on Ventana TV. There's some shifting that has happened in the way of timing with the kids programming and that, so that afternoon time can be all praise and worship and some of the great stuff that is going to get you charged up and going. But as always, we say thank you to those who are cheerful givers. And we don't make a big issue of it. We don't sell commercials. We are viewer supported, and our programmers and volunteers and everyone else do this because of our love for God. And the programmers contribute and the viewers contribute, and that keeps us afloat. But if you are blessed by something that you've seen on Ventana TV, and it doesn't matter if it's one of the great preachers or we run them. And if they're selling books or trips or whatever, we run them. God wants to connect you to give to one of them. We don't chop anything up, except for time, but never when we have to, but never for whatever they're promoting. I mean, that's fine with us. But when you give to Ventana TV, you're giving to the network that carries them. And that also needs to be supported. And with a little bit everybody can do, it can be done really well. And we continue to spread this message of faith and hope. And with that pitch, seriously, pray about it. We're going to go to an announcement that lets you know how you can help by becoming a cheerful giver.
We are Ventana TV, channel 31.10 in Fresno, California, channel 34.10 in Bakersfield, California, channel 18.7 and 26.6 in Las Vegas, Nevada, channel 35.8 in Reno and Sparks, Nevada, channel 26.7 in Atlanta, Georgia, and channel 31.13 in Pocatello, Idaho Falls, Idaho.
We are also available on many smart TVs. We are on all of your favorite streaming services: Apple TV, Roku, Android TV, and Amazon Fire TV. We are also online at ventanatv.com. We so appreciate your support to continue broadcasting this message of faith and hope. Become a cheerful giver. Send your check or money order to Ventana TV, P.O. Box 1000, Sanger, California, 93657. You may want to call and make a contribution with one of our volunteers. Call 559-399-3553. You may also give your tax-deductible gift on our website. Go to ventanatv.com and click on the button that says, "Click here to donate." Send the word window or Ventana to 833-245-8530. Your prayers and support enable us to continue broadcasting Ventana TV to the whole world. You will also be contributing to the expansion that is coming soon to your Ventana TV. We are a not-for-profit ministry of Roy de la Garza Ministries and Window of Heaven Ministry Network. We are more than a channel, we're a network. And we're more than a network, we are a family. Welcome to Ventana TV. Welcome to the family.
¿Hay alguien en tu vida mayor de 60 años de edad? Regístralos para nuestro desayuno, actitud de gratitud. Regístralos hoy en la mesa de información porque el cupo es limitado. Los honraremos, les daremos desayuno.
Register them at the table today because we have limited seating available. We will honor them, feed them, and give them a certificate that says, "Thank you for all you do." Saturday, November 19th at 10 o'clock a.m. Get them here. They deserve it. Attitude of gratitude. With your host Dora Cassides. Window of Heaven invites you to honor a senior. Register your participants today.
We are back.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good to honor the older.
That's
and
right.
so we look forward to that special event.
Mm-hmm.
We want to remind people and ask them to come, those who live in the Bakersfield, Shafter, Wasco area, to our Sunday night services there in Shafter.
Mm-hmm.
They're bilingual.
That's
You
right.
know somebody who needs touch or just to be in God's presence. What's happening there on Sunday nights?
God is touching the people that are there. I know some have been healed during that time we've been there. Others have been just filled, with God's presence.
Yes, awesome. Well, we want to thank you so much for joining us. And if you're watching this on Saturday morning, tomorrow Sunday, get your precious little self into the house of the Lord, because God is revisiting his house with his
Right.
presence. And never have we ever needed more than now the presence of God. We need his
Yes.
presence. You need his presence. I need more of his
We need
presence.
to be connected to help each other and uplift each other, because
That's right.
even the word of God says that we shouldn't forsake
That's
the
right.
assembling of.
Yeah, we hold each other up like we're going to do right now with
Yes.
hands.
Yes.
Like this, like Moses even needed this.
Yes.
Aaron and her held up
Mm-hmm.
his hands, and we need to hold each other up. And that's one of the things, building community and what church is. So we thank you for being with us. May God's blessings be upon you. Thank you for continuing to support Ventana TV. You guys are awesome. We continue to operate and to move forward because of your faithfulness, and because you just, thank you. I don't know how to say thank you. And if you've never had the blessing of being part of it, become a cheerful giver. And until next time, okay, we're going to do this together. Ready?
Yes.
Why don't you lead it? I'll follow you this time. Ready?
You
Wait. Let's do that again. Right?
you are more than a conqueror.